I'm a wall of danger, and I'm addicted to the wild and nature.
Here we are into Overpass. 9Z took down Paquetá very easily on Nuke. It was a 16-10 finish on their own map pick, and now they go to the pick of Paquetá, starting on the CT side. And 9Z have Try coming off of a heater of a map here. Paquetá have to try and stop him. I don't know. Try as they might. I don't know if it's possible, Nate.
I think it is Paquetá. The one thing they had really going for them was the fact that everybody was doing damage. No one was a shining star. No one could rival the likes of Try, sure. But everybody was having impact. Everybody was able to find kills individually. So they can tighten things up. If we have somebody do a little bit more, have some individual showings, then they could really be a force to be reckoned with. Venom Zera, a good start on Max. Try, though, in the bathrooms. He was sidestepped. He finds one in response onto Ale. Over towards the party. Bombblight has gone down for the bank. 9Z are grouping up. Two players beginning to creep towards these stairs from both teams. Buddha is the first to fall. Good kill from Destiny. The Glocks up close are incredibly deadly, but so are the dualies. David finds one in response and knows there's a second lurking as well. Peeking out, he sprays belaboredly, and he will find it. Venom Zera does well to find space in the meanwhile, but there's still time for the defuse, and David on the dualies finds yet another. It's Venom Zera. He's down below. He's known now. He finds one. David, though, has to stick. There's no kit, and he's caught by Venom Zera. We said we needed an individual performance and an individual to wake up. In Paquetá, they found one such player, Venom Zera, a huge 4K to steal away the pistol round from 9Z.
Massive pistol round for Paquetá. This is going to be something to get them on the board early, something to get them some early momentum. I don't know if 9-0 necessarily going to force here. They did last map. But here on Overpass, it seems that they are not inclined to. They're just going to sit here and hold and wait. They're not going to do too much. Mac 10, Galil's AK for Paquetá. They're ready to farm. They're ready to make some cash and take this one clean into the next one. Up 2-0. No op for Try probably into that third round as well. Something to keep an eye on. He won't be able to get that op out too early. Unless he gets a lot of kills with the USP. Unlikely. Maybe. And now impossible as he's dead. Nice mop up there. Venom Zera feasting on the buffet of eco frags. Flawless for Paquetá. Exactly what the doctor ordered here on their map pick.
Could not be more disparate from map 1. We talked about it. 4 spies going back and forth. Scrappy openings to both halves. This time around, it's succinct, it's clean, it's quick. 9Z don't want to trifle with the 4 spy. Want to go straight to the rifles. And guess what? With a glass cannon op in round 3. We said that Try would probably be keen on getting an op in hand early. I didn't think it'd be this early. There's no kit. There's a severe lack of utility for 9Z. But they go for a risky round 3 buy, and I do think this could work out depending on their setup. They have to be careful though. There's 3 Galils, there's a Mac 10. All of those weapons are incredibly deadly when you don't have head armor, like 80% of this 9Z squad.
Yeah, there's 2 though for 9Z, and the bomb 1 going down. The Mac 10 destroyed. Helmet is gone, and Try with that glass cannon hasn't even had to do anything yet. But Paquetá don't even know it's there. He tries up towards A. Is holding down for anything that direction, but it will have to be a BN for Paquetá as the bomb is down in the middle of the open. Nithon waiting for his teammate Destiny to regroup. Silent drop has been hit, and Destiny is going to make his way over to Monster Tunnel. It's going to be a split down towards B, but look who's waiting for it. Buddha. He's right there for the pillar, for the tunnel push. 1 around the pillar, 1 up close towards short as well. No real way in. Nice dink by Buddha. Not quite the kill. Max will finish that one off nicely. And the op makes itself known for the last possible kill. 9Z, though, keep 3 alive and take this one. Full bonus round for Paquetá, though. So that means AK's op available here in round number 4. This is now the first real test of the game for both teams.
Yes, it is. I think we have an op in play as well. I think it's dropped on the ground for Nithon. Yes, it is. It's right there on the right side of the screen on LA's periphery. There is the op. MP9 for Buddha is a compromise. Same could be said, though, for the Galil of Paquetá. Also a lack of utility for this T-side. 1 kit has been purchased up as well for 9Z. does work well for them in the ops. They don't take a proper duel towards connector. They do clash, though. The op finding one for try and then falling away, and DGT actually finding the second onto Yell as well. 2 early picks going the way of 9Z.
This is great for 9Z. The op also shining early for try, getting him into the game, getting him activated is exactly what they need. And what he needs too. Paquetá going down this early just makes things a whole lot worse too. It is their map pick, but they lost this map to 9Z last night, and they can't allow 9Z to get out to a very strong CT half. Destiny loses that fight against Max. I thought he would have it. Nithon's in behind the tree. Will backstab Max, who's not ready for somebody just lurking there. That is the first response Paquetá have had back in this round. And that comes so late into it. They do have the bomb under control, though, which is a bit of a boost. Still, a 2v4 take on Overpass is not very likely, and Paquetá might even just go for a save here, given how long they're taking to even move up towards a somewhat advanced position. I think they're going to call it. They're going to save the op in the AK.
Probably should. 2 versus 4, and the only kill that came through was one on, honestly, one of the most esoteric angles I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That was a very weird angle. That is not an angle you would expect by any means. Max can't be upset about that. There's the player scrounging for something out of sheer desperation that did him in. And this is what I would have expected to see at a surface level, given yesterday's performance. As we mentioned, it was a 12-3 half in favor of 9Z at the end of their CT side, and it still went to 16-13. It still got really close. So both of these teams, given that performance yesterday, are obscenely CT-sided. The pistol rounds, you could call them more 50-50. Paquetá, they won that. I would say that's the first important victory to find. But if they can find 5 or 6, given yesterday, that should be more than enough.
5 or 6 might be a bit difficult, though, Nate. It's not going to be the easiest route. And maybe 9Z have made some adjustments to their T-side as well. We'll find out. I mean, their T-side nuke was very good. Tact pause, though, for Paquetá. I kind of like it because they have 4 to use, and it seems like a lot of teams aren't utilizing the full force of those timeouts right now. Maybe there's some sort of play they have in mind for the Tech 9s, potentially a con play with those, use the op for a pick towards Fountain or a pick towards Monster. I don't know. There's a lot of things you can do with the Techs. It's just a matter of actually executing the Molotov down. Destiny waits for that smoke. Nade goes in a little bit too late. Actually, never mind. Yell eats that down in T-Con. So, all things considered, good start for 9Z.
Very good start. I do like the pause coming through before the force buy, though. Tech 9s can be very scary, especially if you go for a coordinated call. I would have said, like, honestly, a B split with Short and Monster, with the op just holding the angle at range, something along those lines. Given the fact that the op does have the smoke for middle sight if needed. But they go for something far more measured instead. Slower. They don't let the picks go the way of 9Z early. And as we approach the mid-mark, the flash will come in towards long bathrooms. Very well played. Very good mid-round aggression from Destiny and Nithon as they drop Max. That will compel a rotation from 9Z towards A, and that now opens up the B site for a take. There are 3 players here lining up a triple nade towards the jump spot, I believe. No, they don't even have nades. They're just triple stacked for... What are they doing?
Run boosting.
That's what I'm most interested in. They're just kind of huddled up in the corner.
Yeah,
And
I don't know what they're doing.
the jump boost over towards long was cool. And I thought they were doing something interesting, equally interesting, over towards B. But no, they were just biding their time in the corner, preventing anybody from spotting. And they actually enter into an empty B site. They know 9Z's tendencies. They know 9Z are going to gamble stack A. And they now catch 9Z with their pants down. They take a free site with Tech 9s without firing a bullet. And now 9Z have a very difficult opposition ahead of them. They do find the first Destiny, but he's across the map. They're going in the wrong direction. Buddha will inch his way in towards B, sure, but he has 3 players to deal with, and he fails at the first hurdle. He's caught. David drops knife on, sure, that's the op, dropped. But the round's over. Time's ticking away. Paquetá, with their force buy, have found the victory. DGT just going to pester at range, but again, this is so well played. from the T side.
I have a lot of questions. One, why did they abandon B? You never abandon B without a bomb spot, ever. Or A for that matter. You don't abandon a site without a bomb spot on a full buy. Question 2. Why are they pushing long when they know the bomb's B?
Going for kills because they knew they were there. That's my best guess.
Question 3. Why did it take them so long to make a rotation back down? Never mind, it's a fast B play. This time, Venom Zeta taking full advantage of good flashbangs over Destiny, putting David to the ground, and this one might already be done and dusted. So,
Yeah,
25 seconds to the round, it is.
And this is such a different game from Paquetá already. A, they've already got more rounds than they did in the whole of yesterday's game in the first half. That's a big start. And additionally, they're controlling the pace perfectly. Last round, they starved 9Z of information, went for a mid-round play towards A, and then hid towards B and just coyly slinked their way into the site for a free bomb plant. Now they're doing the exact opposite. Brute force play towards B, catching players unawares and unready, players not respecting the possibility of a push, and finding a fourth because of it, forcing 9Z again into a very early and proactive save. Paquetá, a very different look, as they extend their lead to 2 rounds, and again, they are well poised to take many more, just given how they're controlling the pacing of this first half.
Yeah, 9Z's reads are like they're reading in a different language. Like, this, like, the Paquetá strategies are written in Sanskrit, and 9Z are trying to read it with the Japanese dictionary.
They're going for English and Brazilian bots. Brazilian, what the heck? That's it. Okay, it's Portuguese. Excuse me.
Brazilian
I'm sorry.
Portuguese.
Brazilian Portuguese is a dialect, but it's still Portuguese.
Yes. Oi, 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 ay, yikes.
That was an unfortunate miss. Very unfortunate. They're lucky to trade it out. 4 versus 4. Granted, a 4 versus 4 still favors the T's, but worrying signs already.
Yeah.
Missing an opportunity. We talked about it. We praised it. We said it would dominate in this first half, and it's missing free kills like that.
I think it's because he was trying to boost his teammate over, so he wasn't thinking about actually shooting anybody. He's like, oh crap, there's somebody out the door, gotta shoot.
But he was
Panic
posted
when
on it.
somebody's
You should
running
always
over
be
his
ready.
head.
I mean, your only job is to stand there. Your
And
only
he had
job is
another
to stand
teammate
and
around him
watch.
too.
Exactly.
That's a good
David.
Molotov isolation though.
Yeah. Player pushing forward. He's compelled now. It's a Molotov for Molotov. Yell gets the trade. 3 versus 3. The issue is Paquetá are still at the choke point. They're not out proper. There's another player holding the backline, sure. Buddha. He's in a very precarious position now. He's tagged down. He's stuck in. Nithon, good swing on the A1S. He finds the kill, albeit taking lots of damage for it. Max holding the flank. Actually, no, he's the player on the CT side in bathrooms once again. It's the second time we've had a player sidestepped in bathrooms and yet nevertheless finding a kill. Max, I think he did it in the pistol round as well. This time he evens it up to a 2 versus 2. Nithon, sure, he has a commanding spot, but he has low HP. This duel could go either direction. Does try for the op shot, or does he go for the pistol? That's my question.
I think he's scoped in already. I think he's not scoped in, but he's going to see the player, and he's not going to take a shot. He's going to take a little bit of damage, but now Nithon can wait for a teammate to go through. He decides to wide swing instead. Max will take care of Yell at the 1 and done, and there's the defuse. Op and AK will be saved for 9Z, but an expensive one for the CT side, and quite a questionable one as well. Still for 9Z, it's not a clean round, it's not a convincing round, it's not a round you'd like to replicate if you are 9Z. It came down to some good plays by Max, not getting cleared out of bathrooms, and then that second kill, and also try getting the kill on the Nithon, who doesn't necessarily have to re-peek that. He could have waited for his own teammate to peek from over top, gone for a double swing onto the player jump up. So there's different things 9Z were able to take advantage of and were able to escape with victory, but it wasn't escape at that, Nate. It wasn't something that you want to replicate or should be replicating.
A lot of worrying signs and cracks in the defense that can easily be exploited going forward. It's far from smooth sailing for 9Z. In fact, I have more questions at this point than I did at the start of the game.
Agreed.
Paquetá's buy is still very good as well. They have the op for Nithon to challenge try. They have AKs across the board. 9Z don't even have rifles, or good rifles, I should say. David's on a FAMAS. So, things could still crumble. 9Z's economy is still built on a house of cards.
It's built on sand. There is no firm foundation.
Sandy Beach and high tide's coming.
Yes, sir. Try, though. Can try and be the rock upon which they can build their house. Max goes for the spot. Destiny just retreats out of there, down by 40 HP, and caught by the op of Try. There we are. There's the trade back. B push gonna come through, though. David up close and personal with that Hamas. Not the best of guns. And Ale will say thank you very much. There's 2 of them. And the B site wide open. A save call potentially here for 9Z already. 2 players moving down. Try getting body blocked as he retreats out of there. 5-3, Nate. Lead retained and grown again for Paquetá.
Right on back, and again, 9Z's economy was not in a good way. They'll save 3 weapons, sure. It does help them out a bit, but their buy is still going to be beleaguered at best. The DGT might be able to drop a Hamas, but even then his utility will be hamstrung. Try maybe an MP9, maybe a Hamas. Really pushing it. We'll see what the loss bonus is. Paquetá, exceeding my expectations drastically. Already 5, we're what, just past the halfway point of the half. 8 rounds in now. 5-3, they're ahead, and they have more rounds again than they had in the entirety of the T side the last time they played. This is an overdue timeout for 9Z, I would say. They need to figure out what their investment's going to be in this round, if there's going to be an investment. There kind of has to be. David's on a double save, as is Max, if that's the case. And then try to figure out where the weaknesses are. Try needs to wake up, need to play a little bit more cohesively. They can't lose those multi-kills like they did in the round prior versus Ale over towards Monster. You need to tighten things up, 9Z.
They need to tighten things up. They need to make better reads. The reads, I think, are the main problem right now for 9Z.
That's where
they're making
everything
the
kind
wrong
of fell apart.
decisions.
Yeah, that was the first round, right? Or no, Paquetá won the pistol.
Yeah,
The
Paquetá
first
won the
rifle round they
pistol.
lost was the free B site.
Yeah, but it was just... No, it wasn't even a rifle round. It was a half buy. Or a force buy. 3 Tech
force
9s
buy,
to saved AK in the op. Or saved 2 AKs. One of the 2. And it was just abandoning the B site. The pistols walk in and like, oh, wow, we have a free site? Cool. It's got to be the most disconcerting feeling for Paquetá, though. It's like, there's surely somebody here, right? Where is he? What is he doing? Is he... Where? How? There's no way this is open. And sure enough, it was open.
It felt like a read, though. To me, they walked in with confidence. They knew there'd be like 1 player there at most.
Well, yeah, there should have at least been 1 player.
Should have been 1 player, but they knew it was going to be compromised, is my point. They had
another one in fast rotation. Like, it shouldn't have been that abandoned.
I think it was a good read from Paquetá either way. They knew what they were doing. Max on A again, missing an opportunity. A nice shoulder peek does not transition into a kill. Destiny instead wins the outright aim duel all the way up A now as well for free. His team can rotate around. 9Z are trying to rotate in and regain control, but Destiny has bought so much time. The bomb is racing towards the site. If 9Z want to retake the site prior to bomb plant, they have to go down.
That's a nice second one from Destiny. Beautiful shot. And it's going to be another one in a row for Paquetá. I believe that's 3, if not 4 in a row for them. And 9Z are starting to flounder. That's 6 rounds already gained on the T side of Overpass for Paquetá. That's almost, you could almost call that the game at this point, Nate. Because given 9Z's history of not getting a lot of rounds on the T side, Paquetá are more than doing enough to give themselves this map. And Mirage is the 3rd and final, which is a map both teams know. It's a map everybody should know, as a matter of fact. Every single person who plays Counter-Strike, who has played Counter-Strike for more than 6 months, should know Mirage like the back of their hands.
Hug map.
Yep.
The nades are very well known across the Counter-Strike scene. Anybody's game from there. A rifle will be recovered. 3 again surviving for 9Z. This time around, though, they're probably far less inclined to go for the investment. They'll probably just go for some sort of weird half buy. Try will get the op. Does he buy for it? Yes, he does buy Kevlar. That might hamstring them. Again, we talk about 9Z. They keep on going for investments in save rounds that they just dip a little bit too much into the coffers, and it makes their buy in the following round, the rifle round, more difficult. This is one such decision. Sure, Try needs armor to really have a chance with the op, but at the same time, he only has 1350 left for the round following, which will actually be the rifle round. It's a difficult decision, but they keep on choosing to compromise the next round in favor of the potential for more damage in this one.
Potential has to be actualized, though, Nate. Has to be realized. Max already down very low. Great flash in for Venom Zeta. Buddha only able to get one from Sewers. Yuba cleaned out. 2 left towards A, 1 on B. Max is going to make his way to A or to B, but is he really able to do that much with the P250 and no HP? Going to be a lot. If he can do anything at all. There's a goalpost splitter for Try. The op is down. 9Z's chances in the mud. Can't even get stuck in here, Nate. It's almost a GG go next with 7 on the board for Paquetá on the T side with a chance for more. This is a response and a half from Paquetá.
I was wondering why they were so keen on going for the same veto, given their less than ideal scoreline on Nuke, but it's the same thing. They shored up their own map picks rather than their opponents. Paquetá looking like a new team. It does make sense, right? It's the map they're more comfortable on. It's where they should focus more of their efforts. But I'm still surprised by how much Paquetá have gained after that opening matchup yesterday.
Yeah, it's a lot of ground gained. And I don't know if it's fatigue for 9Z too or something else. There was 9Z starting to look like they did against MIBR last night. Which is not great.
Paquetá played more. Paquetá had to go to 3 against W7M.
True. That is very true.
So the fatigue should be on the side of Paquetá, if anything. And yet here they stand looking refreshed and anew despite the discouraging performance on Nuke.
Well, it's guns again for 9Z. No kit. Only a helmet on David. If he didn't have a helmet, he could buy a kit, but can't change that at this point. Just something to keep an eye on if the bomb does go down and retake is possible for 9Z. Max, though, removed first, and Yell will get a pair as he goes out wide towards Fountain Stairs and takes down both Max and Try. Try, who has not been able to do anything despite his heroic performance on Nuke, which, if you're opping that well on Nuke, I would assume you would be able to do much better on Overpass, but it just seems like all of 9Z are kind of in power saver mode right now, not able to really get anything done.
They're in sleep mode at this point. They've been saving so often. And again, it's a compromised buy. They cut so many corners. No kit, as you mentioned. Lack of utility. Helmets don't really matter. We'll say that. But an MP9 for David. If Try didn't buy Kevlar on the prior, he would be able to get, you know, a kit, a little bit of utility as well. Like, so many extra bells and whistles that would maybe give them some legs to stand on in this one. Instead, they're just picked apart slowly yet surely. 2 versus 5, DGT and David probably back to the save simulator. And an 8th for Paquetá with a lot more possible. Up to 12 right now is possible. What a response that would be. Losing 3-12 yesterday and then winning 12-3 today. That would be a crazy turnaround.
Mind you, winning 12-3 on the opposite side of the map. It's just... getting a half victory on the T set of Overpass is hard enough. And the fact that it's probably likely at this point, like a dog at double digits on their T side, it's an incredible turnaround for sure. Paquetá definitely looking a lot stronger here. Mirage, I don't know. This is going to be... it's going to be a weird one, Nate. I don't know what to feel about Mirage at this point, knowing that it's coming up next.
I don't feel about anything at this point. Given how
You're
much
feeling,
of a...
thank you.
Yeah, I'm feeling like I'm feeling it. It's just there's no way around it. There's sure, Nuke was 9Z's map. They pulled away and they showed some signs of promise, but this has been a slaughtering. This has shaken all of my confidence. And sure, 9Z had some high highs on Nuke, but they had some far lower lows on Overpass.
There's another one for Venom Zeta. 9Z just getting demolished, obliterated by Paquetá. continuing to just roll over the CT side. Good individual performances. Yell's at 4-4. Nithon as well. They're at the bottom of the scoreboard, but they haven't really seen anybody. And Yell had those 2 kills last round or 2 rounds ago. Another kill going the way of Paquetá. No response from 9Z here on the half. Buddha does get 1 from Pit, but that's all he'll be able to nab. There's a nice one from DGT. But at this point, it's small consolation in the overall scope of this game. Mirage is getting more and more likely as more and more rounds go on the board for the T side. Last man alive is DGT. Bait and switch, maybe just wide swinging out on Nithon. Looking to catch him off guard, but the Deagle appearing to fall back and away. Try to goad somebody into a peek, into a push. And Destiny is about to oblige. But he's over towards Connector. DGT might not even go that close. I think we are going to map 3, almost confirmed now. It's at best a 9-6 half in the favor of a T set on Overpass. There's no way Paquetá should use this guy.
No. It'd be one thing if 9Z were keeping it close, contentious, keeping the economy honest of Paquetá. Not the case. What is the lowest amount of money after this investment for Paquetá Gaming? 4.9k for Venom Zera after buying an AK, utility, armor, everything he needs. 4.9k. The highest is 13.5 on Destiny. At this point, they are unbreakable economically. And honestly, I think their spirits are unbreakable as well, unless 9Z can do something absolutely stunning. If they can somehow win 3 in a row convincingly with all 5 players surviving to shake the confidence, you know, 1 player getting an ace in each round, there's no way that Paquetá are going to be dissuaded from winning this map at this point. They are looking so good. And 9Z, cracks are more than showing. The cracks are huge at this point. There's a lot of gaps that can be exploited. And again, Mirage is a map that everybody knows how to play, sure, but if there's gaps in this overpass defense from 9Z, then there's surely going to be some gaps on Mirage somewhere for Paquetá to exploit.
Mirage is a different story, though. It's a much more confident map for 9Z. 6-3 record, as opposed to 5-5. But still, this kind of a turnaround over the course of maybe 24 hours, it's incredible. Because how much work also could they have put in between yesterday and today? Especially as Paquetá finished after 9Z last night. They had to go all 3. And how much work were they putting in the morning before this one even starts? There's one onto Max. Nithon takes a lot of damage, but he will still win that first duel. Man advantage to Paquetá. Utility going to fly in towards the A side, but it's all a fake, Nate. The bomb is going towards B, even though it's only up to Try to hold down the A side. No rotations bot. 9Z still holding the line down the lower side. Try will hold his own, and Buddha there strikes on the alley. Dave's going to work around that smoke line up there, and he will grab another one. Buddha chiming in as well before going down. Destiny, last one alive. 9Z will grab a 4th, the first time in a very, very, very long time they have gotten one on the board. And there's a good response from 9Z, but it comes because they just don't move. They just hold their line, and they don't move. They just sit and wait, and it worked.
Paquetá got into their own heads, I would say. Throwing another one of those fancy fakes. And 9Z, not complicating it, not getting antsy. They win it because of their just stock standard and steadfast defense, as you mentioned. We have a pause coming through. I'm thinking it's a tech pause. It always looks like a tech pause. So it probably is.
Yeah, it's a tech pause. Not sure what the issue is. But right now, Paquetá just need to close out this half. Not let 9Z back into it. Get 10 plus here. They get to 11. Absolutely perfect. But when it comes down to it here, Nate, Z still, even if they get 6, don't have much of a chance on the second half unless they somehow have the most miraculous T side of all time. Because going by history, even going by this first half, Paquetá have all the reads, have all the advantages on this map, the comfort and everything else. So 9Z are coming in here on the back foot, already knocked them out a couple of times. They go down one more time, it's round, ding, 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 on to round 3. So for 9Z, even if you do get 6, you have to win pistol round. You have to tie it up. And from then on, you still have to be able to grind out a T-half against an Overpass team with a 60.8% win rate on the CT side.
Yes, you do. The thing is, nobody on 9Z really is instilling confidence either. No one's individually doing well. We've seen a lot of missed shots from Try. Buddha as well, having a middling performance. Same with DGT and Max. The only one positive is David. He's at 80 ADR as well. He's definitely not a shining star. Paquetá, they have Venom, excuse me, Venom 0 at 14 kills, Destiny at 9, Nithon as well, having a fair bit of impact with his op. 9Z, they do have the investment as you'd expect, given their victory. The question is, will it be enough? They won one round convincingly. They need to now string them together to have any semblance of a comeback as a possibility on the second map.
Slow, steady round for Paquetá. David or his teammate DGT going to get boosted up? It's going to be DGT. He'll fall off, and his Yell charges in with Venom Zeta behind him. DGT able to get one. Buddha from Barrels will nab a second one and still fight to stay alive, grabbing a pair. Max is getting one as well. Nithon, the last man standing, as Paquetá trying to bust their way into B, which has been held on lock by 9Z. The bomb is down out of the reach of Nithon. A smoke to ward him off. And 9Z, a great response here these last couple of rounds. Just too little too late, it almost feels like. Especially given their score lines yesterday. I don't know. It's like they're trying to be like, all right, here, you guys have some hope, have some confidence in us, but it almost feels like a deception.
Yeah, where was this earlier from 9Z?
Yeah.
It just suddenly worked. I don't think anything's changed. Maybe Paquetá getting two.
Pushing things.
Stop pushing. Paquetá as well. Maybe doing something different that's more easily exploitable. Either way, 9Z now 2 in a row. 2 convincing rounds in a row. 3 players surviving. It gives them that possibility. A 6-9 half, albeit highly improbable given the stats and the scoreline yesterday, is recoverable compared to what it was just a few rounds prior.
Well, 6 rounds is necessary for 9Z here. And they're trying to get it. They're knocking on the door, 2 in a row, looking for a third. Try is supported, but it's a bit of a passive one in the form of Max. Try will fall off the playground of the party. He'll back away. The peek towards Fountain yields nothing. A run boost out long. Paquetá have loved these run boosts, Nate. They've loved going in on it. They can keep walking up now.
It's the second time towards long at 2 different spots.
Yeah, that very aggressive one towards flower pots was fun. I liked that one a lot.
That was their 4 spy round as well. One that kind of just reset 9Z and sent them spiraling. Do like it. Paquetá grouped over towards A. Venom Zera lurking towards the bathrooms. This time they won't sidestep Max. They will take care of him right at the outset. Good start for Paquetá. Try now towards long with his op. Again, he's been hit and miss. It's his turn to shine and bail his team out of this deficit. Cody, though, is kind of keeping him at bay. Flashes come through. Destiny peeking. Looks for the player. Good flash, though. That is a team flash to give Try one. Yell, though, doubles down in response. Try and DGT disentrenched. David and Buddha, the last 2 B defenders rotating up both through CT, and both have 4 to find. David standing around toying with his opponents. Does get one. Good start, but he needs a heck of a lot more. The op of Nithon is missing its mark. The boost will come through. This could net something. There's the opera spotted. Nithon's ready for it. A big flick from him. And that leaves just Buddha. He's not able to find it. Paquetá recover. A double-digit 10-5 half. It seems like too much to recover. Can 9Z recover in the second half? We'll see after the break.
it wrong of me to think of you all the time? Even though I'm with somebody new every night, and I pray, and I pray, and I pray that you feel the same way. Is it wrong of me to think of you all the time? Even though I'm with somebody new every night, and I pray, and I pray, and I pray that you feel the same way. I don't know what you're thinking, but my mind is full of fear. 'Cause I felt this world without you. I feel safer when you're here. It's been a couple months now, feels like time's been moving slow. And I can't tell where my head's at, so can you let me know? Is it wrong of me to think of you all the time? Even though I'm with somebody new every night, and I pray, and I pray, and I pray that you feel the same way. Is it wrong of me to think of you all the time? Even though I'm with somebody new every night, and I pray, and I pray, and I pray that you feel the same way. I'm out of focus, I need a spark. I can't.
A dominant first half for Paquetá, although 9Z at the later stages did finally show some signs of life. A 5-10 scoreline, though, on the CT side does not bode well for the team that won the first. I'm Pineapple Phillips, joined by Boggs, and we have the second half pistol round upon us. This is a must-win for 9Z's T side. If they don't win this, it becomes 5-11, potentially 5-12, in fact, more than likely 5-12, and from there, it's only a short hop and a skip for Paquetá to this map victory. Good swing in towards connector. 9Z going for some cheeky plays in the early goings, but the short-lived victory as they lose one in response. Buddha maintains an advantage tenuously. They kill onto another. 3 versus 4, 2 versus 4. Buddha yet another doubling down. 9Z might have found the first of many necessary steps to come back into this overpass map.
They backstab onto David, though. That's going to get things a little bit closer for Paquetá. The train will not cover off the sound as Venom Zeta should be ready for it. He's ready. He's hearing. He's waiting. And he's demolishing the first contact. Making a second as well. All up to DGT. Creeping out through tunnels. I don't think he's going to be able to do too much, though, Nate. He's tagged and removed. It's Ale and Venom Zeta. A brace of braces. And double digits +1 on the board for Paquetá. 11 on the board. Is it force-up time for 9Z? Probably not. Get guns up at 12-5. It's 7 rounds. But it's a lot more viable to win that. Either way, though, I think it's time for Paquetá to just park the bus and finish this one off.
Kick it into cruise control. Win this one cleanly. Go from there. Next to nothing invested. In fact, only one Tech 9 to call for Buddha. And aggression towards Fountain is also a great call for 9Z. 3 players falling at the choke point. No map control, no nothing. Just Glocks in hand for the last 2. The MP9 is looking to harvest as well. Yell up towards long is looking for one. Oh my goodness, they see him? There we go. There was an opportunity for David to maybe find one, but he's looking the wrong direction. The MP9s take down the final 2 as a clean and flawless, convincing victory for Paquetá. And it does feel like it's just them kicking it into cruise control. Granted, at a high speed. They're looking to send this off to map 3, that is Mirage, quite quickly.
Mirage definitely looming very heavy and fast. I think we're going to hop on that train pretty quickly and get off Overpass. Paquetá looking to ship us off to a 3rd and final map here in the Consolidation final. Not the final best of 3 of the day, folks. We still have one more, made in Brazil, playing the victor of this one. Good Molotov. Ale tries to back away, runs into the flames, and gets taken down low. But Nithon will just walk in to try and catch him kind of half asleep outside long. Max is also low. That's the bomb just around the corner. I don't know if it's been spotted yet by Nithon, but he's not wanting to aggress. DGT falls in the meantime to the FAMAS of Venom Zeta, who will push all the way through. He'll grab an AK as well. It's a collapse on through B for Paquetá. They're getting the information and the map control. They do lose Nithon, but look how much damage he did to Max. 5 HP on the player. The CT side is getting ready to just shut this one down and get a 13th.
We get a quick one. It's a bonus as well. Keep in mind they won that last round flawlessly. They had an MP9 to find an opening. In this one, Yell could even find a second. Max is so incredibly low. David pushing through in bathrooms. They know he's here now. He did find Ale. Tied at ball game, but still so much control. Paquetá passing my ships in the night. Venom Zera realizes the play, finds the kill. Max is still on 5 HP as well. And Buddha, he has found some good impactful kills, but it seems like too much to ask. He should have blindsided one, yes he does, but Yell is still here. He's still biding his time. We saw Max get kills here before in the first half. Expecting the exact same from Yell. They've just been passing back and forth right past each other. Somehow, they just dance around one another. Destiny, though, gets the information. He'll molly short. This should be the round. There is a smoke for it. No, there's not, actually. Excuse me. Only 2 flashes, and because of that, Max and Buddha have to save. The Molotov, of all things, does them in. And Paquetá, it's a relatively costly round, but it was a bonus, and they win it as well.
Save for 9Z gives them AKs into the next round, but they won't have a lot of utility to work around with it. Their rest of their buy is going to be pretty abysmal as well. 2 Galils joining the party, make it 3. But a grand total of 4 flashes, 2 smokes, and a Molotov is all they have on their belt. It is paltry at best. Paquetá in perfect position to just shut down 9Z. The MP9 still in their hands. Nithon's off will get the opener onto Max. Ale flash down, caught a lineup there, but Buddha and Try will actually be able to get that first kill. The flash doesn't work for Ale, and he does get caught. The spam doesn't do anything either from Destiny. Could have been a big pick and a gun out of the hands of 9Z, but now everybody has rifles here. What a wallbang by Nithon. Not intentional. Obviously, he was looking for David, but he does tag Buddha down very low, gets tagged himself. DGT clearing up. Nithon's the only A player currently. The last rotations are all running up jump up as we speak, and DGT's already got an advanced position around Optimus. This is a great spot for him to be in. Destiny 1 and make it 2 from so low on health. David's tucking in right side flower, and there's really no escape for him. Gonna try and group up, but Paquetá just suffocating 9Z.
Feels like Paquetá can do no wrong. Everybody again having impact, much like Nuke, albeit on a greater scale across the board. 2 versus 4, down to a 2 versus 3. Good pick from David, but Nithon's posted with the op on the crossing. Try those quicker with it. The client side smokes favor him. Destiny finally trades. It's a 1v2 now for Try. He has good HP, but Destiny, despite the low HP, is oozing confidence. He'll find the second, he'll grab the op, and he'll also nab a 14th in favor of Paquetá Gaming. 9Z, no bomb plant, all 5 falling. That means they're either on a scary force with some AKs and some Galils, or a save, and they're actually going to go for the scary investment. 3 Galils, DGT. An AK with just Kevlar, and Max on a Mac-10. It's scrappy, it's haphazard, but if 9Z play aggressive and play with confidence, then it could be a round that they take.
Lots of damage taken already on the exit in towards the AB side. 3 kills going the way of Paquetá. Buddha, the only one to have a return frag. Ethan Khan, and he's caught by Yell. Try falls to Destiny. 25 seconds in, we're all done. It's a Paquetá map point. 15-5. Nothing on this T side at all for Nines. He kind of expected, given their yesterday's result and how this first half has gone for them, how poorly it's gone for them. I think they're going to want to forget Overpass, Nate, and look to Mirage to try and set up a rematch with MIBR.
Yes, they are. 5-15, 10 rounds in a row on yet another compromised buy. Again, feels like 9Z need to play more patiently. Need to actually take another save round prior and then just get actual rifle buys. Sure, this round doesn't make sense because it's 5-15, but it's happened throughout this map and also happened quite a bit on Nuke as well. So happened that Nuke, they were able to get across the line and get that damage across with the half buys. A lot for 9Z to think about. A lot of worrying signs to me. I feel like a bit more calculated investment would go a long way for this team. Nython finds the first for Paquetá. Only 4 lives left for 9Z to hang on to Overpass. Again, their buys compromised. 2 Galils, 2 AKs, lacking utility. This flank up towards Party. Should find a second. There's boot up. Yep, dead to rights for the A1S of Yell. 5v3 now. The last 3 grouped up towards Monster. It seems like Paquetá know they're here as well. Definitely anticipate it. Flash will come through. 2 to defend, including a flash ready on the 3rd. Destiny swings in with Venom Zera. 3 lined up for Venom Zera. Flash expertly thrown by Ale. That is 16-5 in favor of Paquetá on their own map pick, and that is a very big departure from yesterday's scoreline.
I thought that Nuke was a pretty dominant scoreline. It was about as map as dominant as I thought this series was going.